Something everyone doesn't want to miss. For those of you who don't know me and my sister Denise, this is Denise, I'm Donna. According to Space Coast, it's just Denise and Denise. So we'll answer to anything you want to call us. We want to thank you all for coming out today. If it weren't for her, we wouldn't be here. And let me tell you why. 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, had a double mastectomy with reconstruction surgery, on and on and on. And she decided, because a lot of us here in Brevard County, at the time she was in Tampa, we all pitched in, just between me and my Mary Kay girls and a few of my close friends, and helped raise enough money to help her as a single mom pay her mortgage, her car payment, and her health insurance. So Denise promised me that she would get better and come back the next year and pay it forward to the next mom, which was Delcia Fisher from last year. Yay, Dee! We love Dee. Unfortunately, Dee could not be up here. She's supposed to be standing right here next to me today to pay it forward to now our third mom. But Dee is still fighting her battle, and she's doing great, but she just couldn't make it today. But she will be at the Ray Baldino Pink event tonight with all of us as well, where she was featured in his book. So we're so excited for Delcia. But she's fighting it like a girl, let me tell you. She's just a hot mama. Well, Denise and I, since March, actually, we have been interviewing moms, and we just have not found that right mom. And we kept saying, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? We've raised all this money. We've been raising money since August, and all the people are throwing money. We're like, we don't have a mom yet. But I knew that God would put the right mom in our path, and he did yesterday. So we are so thrilled and honored to introduce our new mom. And she wanted to be here. We you know, that was something that's very touchy, a touchy subject. She wanted to come and help raise money. She's ready to go ahead and pay it forward to the next mom next year. So this year, thanks to all of you awesome people that are here today and that are going to come to our event on November 1st, you'll get to watch us count the money into her hand. You'll get to meet her family, her 3 little boys, and it's an amazing, amazing opportunity. So please get your tickets to that for November 1st at the Melting Pot. They're selling them inside. I want to introduce to you, I met her yesterday at Long Doggers. That's our favorite restaurant, and she lives right by there, so we're like, yes, we can go to Long Doggers. No offense, Hooters girls, wherever you are. We love our wings too. And when we walked in, holy cow, the room was just, there was a glow over this girl. She was covered in pink. She was bedazzled head to toe pink, and just a big old smile on her face. She's beautiful inside and out. And we're just so thrilled to introduce Jennifer Brown, our new mom. She's a mother of 3 little boys. Yes, we're not going to make you talk, don't worry, unless you want to. But she's a proud, very proud mother of 3 little boys, all under the age of 7. 7, 6, and 4. God help her. Cancer is a piece of cake, right, compared to 3 boys. But we just love her. She is currently living with her parents because, as you all know, not being sick, how difficult it is to raise 3 boys by yourself. So her mother is helping her with that. But when I asked her, what can we do to help you, all she said is, I want to keep my health insurance. If I lose my health insurance, I can't go through my chemo, my radiation, and whatnot, and her reconstruction surgery. So she was diagnosed in May 23rd. Okay, she'll never forget that date, right? May 23rd, and she's in her, when's your last round of chemo?
October 17th.
October 17th! Last round of chemo. And what we want to do for her as hope for a single mom is help her keep her health insurance. So we are so blessed to have Jennifer in our lives, and we're just honored that you're here today.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have you guys too. It's wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
28 years old. 28. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Stephanie Herodopoulos up, just to give us some quick, because she's ready to party and have fun, but this is a very serious business. We are here to make people aware of the importance of self-exam. So Dr. Stephanie Herodopoulos, thank you so much for being here with us and for helping us find our mom. We're so excited. 28.
Yes.
Do you have anybody else in your family that has breast cancer?
My aunt is a 7-year breast cancer survivor.
I see. And how old was she when she was diagnosed?
Like in her 50s.
Okay. So has she been tested for BRCA 1 and 2?
Yes, I got tested for that too.
And you did. Good. I just wrote an article recently about BRCA testing, and not everybody has this genetic mutation, but it is about 5 to 10% of breast cancers occur mutation, which makes you more likely to be tested. So only 5% of people are actually detected with this, meaning there's 95% of people walking around there that have these genetic deficiencies and do not know that they have them. So part of my job is to educate the public that if you have a first-degree relative who has a premature breast cancer diagnosis before the age of 50, or then there's multiple risk factors, and I'd be happy to go through this specifically with you after that. But Ashkenazi Jew, if you have 2 family members of breast cancer, if you have 3 family members of breast cancer of any age, then you definitely should have this tested. I do it in my office, and it's easily done either through a buccal mucosa swab sent to the lab, and that's through Myriad, takes 2 seconds. Most insurances cover it, and it's really important because obviously we know now that 95% 5-year survival rate with early detection. So if we knew that you carry this gene, some women actually opt to get bilateral mastectomies that to prevent them from even getting it. But let me back up, because that's not the majority of breast cancers. That's only a very small percentage of them with this genetic mutation. But I did wanted to bring that up because I wasn't sure if you were positive for it and had it. You're negative. See, so even though she had it at age 28, she was negative for it. You would think that she'd be positive. But going forward, again, there's a lot of people out there that have the mutations and don't know it. So 1 in 8 women in their lifetime have a chance of getting breast cancer. And those statistics are staggering. We have 2.6 million survivors in the United States who are doing well, but we also have a lot of women who have breast cancer who are fighting the metastases. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is the early detection. And that goes with 80% of breast cancers are found by you doing your self-breast exam. Once a month. You want to do this like a week after your period finishes. You want to have a clinical breast exam once a year by your physician, whether it be your OBGYN or your primary care doctor. And you should have an annual mammogram. I don't believe in the every 2-year thing. I believe in the every year thing. Baseline at age 35 and then annually after the age of 40. Now, it depends. If you have a positive family history, then you're going to start getting screened a lot earlier with mammograms because of that reason. But that for the general population without that high risk, those are the recommendations. So if you last year I gave a talk here and I was astounded. There was 10 people who wanted to get a mammogram and would get a mammogram and could pay for getting a mammogram, but they didn't have a script for it. And that was the rate limiting step. And that was what was so amazing to me, that okay, I don't have insurance, I would pay out of pocket for it, but I don't have a physician who can write that script. So I thought about that. How do we circumvent that? And we can't. The diagnostic centers require a script. But then I was talking with the county health department about this, and there is something called the Mary Brogan Project that was funded by the legislature this year, which put money into this fund to help women who don't have a physician, who might meet financial criteria to getting this mammogram. So if you go over to the health department, they can screen you to see if you meet the criteria, and it's 200% of federal poverty level. And then you can get the breast exam, the pap smear, and the mammogram through the Mary Brogan Project for Early Breast and Cervical Cancer Screening Program. So that is just one resource in the community that you can do. I brought my script pad. I'll write you a script to get a mammogram. I felt so bad last year. The massage therapists that were here that wanted to get their mammogram, and I said, come to my office, and they never did. So I don't know if they're still walking around unscreened, which to me makes me so nervous. But then there is the Space Coast Volunteers in Medicine, which is in Palm Bay, and then you have the Brevard Health Alliance, which also can see you on a sliding scale and give you a script to go get that mammogram. So I wish somehow we can figure out how to make it easier for women to get screened for the early detection so we can save lives and decrease the death rate. But that is where we stand. But you know what? I'm going to still fight for it. And I'm still going to work on it. And what I'm going to work on with the legislature is I'm involved with the American Cancer Society, and they have a CAN network, Cancer Action Network. And I'm the event chair of the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk, and this is my survivor chair. and my team development chair. And that is October 20th coming up at Space Coast Stadium. So I'd love to see all of you there because there's going to be a huge amount of people. And obviously the American Cancer Society does life-saving research and funding for women, and they have a 24-hour hotline, which helps another way for women to find out where the resources here in the community. I can't only say women because the men get breast cancer too, a small percentage, but they do. So I need to bring that up. It's going to be an exciting event. I know that it's kind of going to a big cause with the American Cancer Society, and we love making it very tangible and physical and everything. You know where your money is going today, and that's what's so cool about what Breast Cancer for a Single Mom does. But I'm going to be here for a couple hours. If you have any specific questions and you want to ask me afterwards your specific questions, feel free to come up to me. But thank you, and get your mail group.
Hey, don't go away. We have a little special prize, or a little somebody in the audience has something they want to give you. So if we could ask Lorraine Schultz to come on up.
Jennifer has been an inspiration for me because I lost my dad to cancer 4 years ago, and I lost a brother 11 months ago to cancer. And so on behalf of myself and Wells Fargo, here's your very own Pinky Promise purse, wallet, and a $200 gift card to go on a shopping spree at Tulloch. I think, when you're trying to do it all, we always multitask, and to have this mom here with 3 kids fighting cancer, it's what we're all here for.
Okay, so in front of everybody here, you have to promise us when you beat this cancer, you're going to be here next year making the next mom cry.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So guys, thank you so much. I want to give a special shout out to Kara Philpott here at Seacoast National Bank. Yay, Kara, Seacoast.